The unlimited measure of harm that smoking can have on your DNA has been uncovered in another study investigating how tobacco smoke influences cells inside the human body. Expending a pack of cigarettes consistently for a year can bring about numerous adjustments in cells inside different parts of the body, as indicated by the study, distributed in the diary Science on Thursday. The cells in parts of the body that are straightforwardly presented to smoke are especially harmed, with 150 changes found to happen in lung cells inside 1 year, 97 in the larynx and 39 in the oral cavity. Tobacco smoking harms DNA in organs straightforwardly presented to smoke and accelerates a mutational cell check in organs that are both specifically and in a roundabout way presented to smoke, said Ludmil Alexandrov of the Los Alamos National Laboratory in Los Alamos, New Mexico, who drove the study. As it were, it quickens the event of hereditary transformations, expanding the danger of disease. Before now, we had a substantial collection of epidemiological proof connecting smoking with disease. However, now we can really watch and evaluate the subatomic changes in the DNA because of cigarette smoking, Alexandrov said. Smoking is a hazard calculate for no less than 17 sorts of malignancy, as indicated by the paper, and is assessed to execute 6 million individuals every year. Tobacco smoke is a blend of chemicals, of which 60 are known to be cancer-causing agents thought to bring about tumor by supporting the event of transformations inside qualities. With an expanded number of changes, there's a more prominent possibility that they will happen inside known malignancy bringing about qualities. With this study, we have found that individuals who smoke a pack a day build up a normal of 150 additional transformations in their lungs consistently, which clarifies why smokers have such a higher danger of creating lung growth, Alexandrov said. As indicated by the American Lung Association, men smoke's identity 23 times more prone to create lung tumor than somebody who's never smoked, and ladies are 13 times more probable. The analysts filtered the genome groupings of more than 5,000 tumors from 17 sorts of malignancy for which smoking is a hazard calculate. These were gotten from smokers and non-smokers alike for examination. Notwithstanding the transformations, the examination found a scope of atomic marks, designs that are fundamentally not the same as different successions in the DNA, in light of changes to DNA that were connected to individuals smoking. One mark was found in tissues specifically presented to smoke, and an unrecognized mark was all the more broadly found in all smoking-related tumors. That secretive mark seemed to expand the rate of untimely changes and seemed to connect with age, with the aggregate number of transformations connecting to the age when somebody was analyzed. The outcomes uncover a photo of immediate and circuitous impacts, said David Phillips, educator of natural carcinogenesis at King's College London, who additionally led the exploration, in an announcement. Transformations brought on by direct DNA harm from cancer-causing agents in tobacco were seen for the most part in organs that come into direct contact with breathed-in smoke, he included. Interestingly, different cells of the body endure just aberrant harm, as tobacco smoking appears to influence center components in these cells that thus change DNA. The specialists likewise took a gander at any adjustments in DNA methylation, the procedure in which a particle known as a methyl bunch sits on the surface of DNA to impact quality action, and saw restricted contrasts amongst smokers and non-smokers. I think one about the fascinating things in this paper is the absence of methylation changes in tumor DNA identified with smoking, when we do see noteworthy changes in ordinary DNA amongst smokers and non-smokers, said Dr. James Flanagan, a malignancy geneticist at Imperial College London who was not included in the study. Flanagan's late research has found that tobacco leaves a legacy on a smoker's DNA through methylation to impact whether qualities are dynamic or noiseless. He trusts it's hypothetical to say there's no part for methylation in these progressions. I would accept that implies the methylation is just a lot more factor in tumors that the smoking-related markers lose all sense of direction in the measurable examination. You can contend from this that methylation changes from smoking are not essential for disease improvement. The genome of each growth gives a sort of archaeological record, written in the DNA code itself, of the exposures that created the changes that prompt to the malignancy, said Sir Mark Stratton, chief of the Wellcome Trust Sanger Institute in the UK, who co-drove the exploration, in an announcement. Our examination demonstrates that the way tobacco smoking causes growth is more mind-boggling than we suspected. Stratton included. This investigation of smoking lets us know that looking in the DNA of growths can give provocative new pieces of information to how diseases create and therefore, possibly, how they can be counteracted.